Hey everybody, I just wanted to take a couple of minutes to talk about some common mistakes and a couple of other cultural things with the English language, especially if Spanish is your first language. One of the things that is a little bit interesting is in the Honduran culture, teachers are respectfully called Mr. and Miss all the time. And that's totally okay. It is totally okay and respectful to call someone Mr. or call someone Miss because you're calling them out of respect. And that is something very normal in the Honduran culture. In the United States, people don't do that. So if you ever go to the United States and ever study there, or go to other countries as well that are English speaking, I would recommend saying Mr. and then their name or Miss and then their name. But you'll get used to that. But one thing that I wanted to address is sometimes when people are talking, I hear them say something like, I went over and the mister told me to do this. Now, that is something that I think is less cultural and more about language. What would be more correct would be to say, the teacher. I went over and the teacher gave me the money. Or I went over there and the teacher gave me this. Instead of saying the miss or the mister. So I would just keep that in mind. It's better to say the teacher. Now, if you're addressing someone, it's okay to say hello, mister, or hello, miss. But it also is nice sometimes if you add their name to it, like Mr. Carlson. But it is completely respectful and totally okay to say, hello, mister, how are you? Things like that. A couple of other things that I wanted to address, a couple common mistakes, is oftentimes people will say, 1 years and a half. I went there 1 year and a half ago. But that's not correct in English. It's better to say 1.5 years or 1.5 hours rather than 1 hour and a half. So you would switch around where you put the and. So 1.5 hours ago, I went to, or you would say an hour and a half ago, I went to the mall. Or a year and a half ago, I went to the island. Things like that. Another one, homework. The teachers gave me many pieces of homework to do tonight. So homeworks is actually not a word at all. Homework is plural and singular. So if you have many pieces of homework to do, you have a lot of homework to do. You don't say, I have many homeworks to do. You would say, I have many pieces of homework to do. Okay? And then 2 more. The letter Y. Oftentimes, I hear the letter Y pronounced with a J sound instead of a Y sound. For instance, in yard and young, instead of jard and jung, you would say yard and young. And then the last one I wanted to talk about is the word majority. Sometimes people use a Y instead of a J in that word, and they would say majority or majority. But it's actually the majority of people, blah, 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 blah. So I hope that this video was helpful and that you can learn a couple of things from it. Have an awesome day. Bye.